Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back. A lot of you know me and some of you don't. If you look down below in my description box, you'll find the link to my Patreon, my merchandise, and my section about me. I am a CARC, a SERPA, and a woman in long-term recovery. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about my last high. I thought it might be interesting for you guys to know a little bit more about that. So October 27, 2017 was my last high. It was actually my last high from everything. The only thing that I continued to do, which I consider an addiction afterwards, was smoke cigarettes. But I don't even do that anymore. So how that day started. So my days weren't like regular days. My days were more nights. So at the time, Jared and I had been, oh God, a year deep into our everyday, all day methamphetamine addiction. And unfortunately, I remember, oh God, I remember all like the details of this day, I guess, because it was my last one. I don't know. And our regular guy that we normally went to was out. So we weren't able to get anything from him, and I was freaking out because if I didn't have like a couple of ounces on hand, I would like literally have an anxiety attack about it because I was afraid we were gonna run out for us personally, and if it, and then I would dip into what I had set aside to sell. So if we started smoking what we had to sell, we wouldn't have any money to re-up, and it would just all fall apart. So I was freaking out. So I got in touch with everyone that I could possibly think of to try and find somebody else to even just get, a couple 8-balls. This way we at least just had them for ourselves, and I still had my stuff to sell. So finally, probably like 9, 10 o'clock the night before, because this happened on a Friday, the night before on a Thursday night, someone was like, yeah, so-and-so, if you guys hear crinkling in the back, I'm sorry, Lena is obsessed with a string from one of these backpacks that you guys sent. So she's doing her thing as always. So it's Lena. So anyway, so we ended up getting a phone call. Him and I were actually in the middle of having a big fight about, I don't even remember what we were fighting about. Back then, we used to fight about everything because we never slept, we never ate, we never did anything but do drugs. So we ended up having to go meet this kid at the Walmart in Johnson City, New York. And the reason why we went there, the reason why we went there is because it was 24 hours. There was no cameras in there. So we go, and this kid's like, yeah, meet me in the fishing section, this, that, and the third. All right, so we go. I think I ended up picking up like 2 8-balls from him just so we had some stuff. And I said to Jared, I was like, here, taste this, because he would always taste it and tell me whether he thought it was real or not, because unfortunately the guy was like, yeah, he's like, I don't have any chunks left. He was like, I only have powder. And I was like, whatever. Turns out we got home, right? We get these 2 8-balls from him. We do our thing at Walmart. We go home. I used to have like this cookie tray that had like a little lip around it that I used to like bag up on. So if anything like fell off the scale, or if I had to clean the scale off or whatever, for some fucking reason that day, I go to slip open the bag. I don't know what the hell happened. I'm sitting on the edge of the bed. I have my legs crossed. I had on Uggs. I don't know why I remember all this so vividly. I go to slip it, and for some reason I slip it a little too much, and I slip the whole bag right out of my fucking hand. The entire fucking 8-ball falls out of my hand in the bag, tumbles, and goes right into my fucking boot, in between my leg and the boot. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So like there's this chick that ended up being one of my snitches. She was there. She runs downstairs and gets Jared. Jared comes upstairs. He takes the cookie sheet. He puts it underneath my foot, and he slowly pulls my boot off. So the like cookie tray is like underneath my leg, and catches everything that's falling off as he's pulling my boot off. And then like we empty my boot into the tray. How gross is this, right? And then we smoke it, but whatever. So then after that, I'm like, okay, at least we saved, most of it. I literally went through, like, I unrolled my boot and like picked out all the pieces that were stuck inside the boot. Like, it was a disaster. I should have known then something bad was going to happen, because that was just like ridiculous. Okay, so then I think I ended up like, maybe I lost like 0.3. It was really nothing. So, okay, cool. Lena's messing with a plastic bag again. I have plastic bags bagged up and like backpacks because I have to go deliver supplies to people after this. Of course, she finds them now. So, he leaves. He had to go deliver something or drop something. He had to go do something. I don't really remember particular. He leaves. He comes back. We ended up still continuing the argument from earlier. He ends up, so the way our bedroom was set up, like our bed, and then right like across from the long side of the bed, we had this leather chair. We actually still have it. It's in our living room now. And he ends up falling. He sits in it and he ends up like falling asleep. And I got pissed off. I went inside, dyed my hair, took a shower, came back. He ends up waking up and he was like, where you been, baby? Like nothing happened. We were fine. We ended up talking, smoking a couple hits of meth, like whatever. It's like, I don't know. Bella is now getting ready for school. She's getting on the bus. I come back upstairs to bed. He's fine. He's like sitting in bed, like going through Facebook or something, like normal people that aren't fucking drug and addicted and getting ready to go to bed. We talk, smoke a little bit more, and we go to sleep. We probably go to sleep like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? Fall asleep, everything's fine. All of a sudden, I don't know what made me wake up or why I woke up, but I hear our dog outside, like ferocious barking. I'm like, shit, he only barks like that for one reason and one reason only. Cops. I get up. I like throw a towel around me because I'm naked, and I go look outside Bella's window because her window looks out the front of the house towards the main street. Sure as shit, 3 cop cars. I'm like, ugh, okay, maybe they're here for the neighbors. Maybe it's not for us because they're in the street. I go across the house to the other side of the house, which looks out the back, like the driveway to the back of the house. I look out the bathroom window, 6 cop cars. I'm like, God damn it. So now I'm nervous. I go into the bedroom. I wake Jared up. I'm like, the cops are here. I don't know what to do. The cops are here. And he's like, stay right here. Let me get dressed. He was like, and now my runner is downstairs sleeping on the couch. As Jared's walking out the room and I'm standing in the doorway, he's coming upstairs like, yo, the cops are here. He's like, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? And I'm like, nothing. I'm like, get Bella off the bus. That's what I need you to do. The girl that was staying with us, she comes out of her room. She's like, bro, there's cops everywhere. She's like, they're up and down the driveway. They're across the street. They're in the thing. So I only saw 6 cop cars in the driveway and 3 across the street. Mind you, there was 4 more up the driveway. I don't know who they thought they were coming to get. At this time, I was 82 pounds, but they were there like I killed somebody. Jared goes to the door and he's like, can I help you? And they're like, police, open up, oh, whatever. So he's like, all right, hold on, let me come downstairs. He goes downstairs. He has on a pair of jeans. I don't even think he has underwear on at this time. No shirt, no socks, no shoes, no nothing. Mind you, he pops back in. He's like, let me get a hit real quick. He takes a hit fucking off the bong. This is ridiculous, right? He goes downstairs. I don't know what was said between the two of them. I heard something. But all I could hear was my heart beating in my ears at that point. I was so scared. I didn't know what they were there for. So, and then all of a sudden, I don't hear nothing. The kid, my runner, he's in the bathroom taking a piss. That's all I hear is him peeing because our bedroom wall and the bathroom wall are the same. So they're like literally the toilet's like at the head of our bed. So all I hear is him peeing. I don't hear anything else. I don't hear Jared. I don't hear the dogs barking anymore. I don't hear anything. Like it was eerily quiet. All of a sudden, I hear like a big commotion, and all of a sudden I hear them like coming up the steps. So I closed the fucking bedroom door. I locked that shit. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just scared. It's pitch black in our room. You know, we have all the shades down. We have one side of our window is like taped with cardboard because I don't want any type of light whatsoever, God forbid. And then we have like a paper shade, and then we have like curtains. So it's pitch black in there. Like you can't see shit. They're yelling, come out. Now, when you come upstairs in the house, there was our bedroom door, Bella's bedroom door, where the other girl was staying, spare bedroom, the bathroom. So there's mad doors. So they're banging on like every door. They literally pull my runner out as he's in the middle of pissing, and they're like, stop flushing the drugs. He wasn't even flushing the toilet. He wasn't even doing anything. Nothing. He's like, I'm peeing. He literally has they pull him out, and they cuff him in the bathroom. They pull him out. They don't even let the dude pull his pants up. So he gets dragged out into like the hallway, right? And he's standing there cuffed in the back. Everything's hanging out. Like they didn't even pull his sweatpants up. Like totally inhumane, treated him like he was a piece of shit. He wasn't flushing any drugs. Nobody had any drugs in the house but me. I was the only one who ever had the drugs. I didn't trust anyone. I was a tweaker. I didn't trust anybody. I would sooner tape drugs to the back of a piece of furniture before I would let another human being touch them or know where they were. I mean, including Jared. Like, he used to come to me like, babe, can I get a bag? You know, like, I didn't trust anybody, even him back then. I didn't trust nobody. So I had made like a little spot in the floor. So I go and I grab that out because I was like, shit, they have dogs with them. I give it to the girl. This bitch must have ate it. Like, I don't even know what she thought. I think everybody thought I was going to get arrested and it was going to be party time. No. So finally I opened the door and I'm like, can I get dressed? Can I get dressed? And they were like, put a shirt on. So I literally grabbed one of Jared's shirts, threw it over me. I had no pants, no panties, no bra, no nothing. They throw me up against the wall. And like, the girl was like, can I give her a pair of pants? Like, bro, she's naked. Can I give her a pair of pants? And at first they were like, no, 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 no. The guy that cuffed me, he's still an asshole. Like, I have completely changed my life and he still talks to me like I'm a piece of shit. So he used to be a CO, then he became a sheriff, and now sometimes he subs in the jail as a CO, and he's just a righteous piece of shit. Finally, one of the other dudes was like, bro, she's naked. Like, that's not a good look. She's naked. So they let her put a pair of pants on me, and she takes her shoes off and puts her shoes on me. So they drag me down them steps by them cuffs. I mean, I was only 82 pounds, so I'm sure I was a lightweight. They were so nasty to me, it was ridiculous. I have never, ever, and I've been arrested countless times, sadly, I have never had any cops be as nasty as these cops were to me this time. So I see Jared in the back of the car. He's trying to kick the window out. So he's cuffed from behind, and they have him in there, and he's literally trying to kick the window out. I was like, stop, you're making it wear a stop. Like, it is what it is, stop. And I'm thinking to myself, they don't have a charge on him. I know the only person they have a charge on is me. I knew they had sales on me. I was moving way too much weight, making way too much noise for someone not to get jealous and snitch on me. I just knew it. So I was like, stop, it's okay. So they put me in the front seat. Then all of a sudden, I see one by one, I see my runner come out coughed. I see the girl come out coughed. I'm like, fuck, who's gonna get my daughter off the bus? Like, that was the only thing I cared about. So I start saying to the cops, like, I don't know what time it is, but my daughter's coming home from kindergarten. Like, and they, shut the fuck up. We don't care, whatever. And I was like, okay. So finally, they put me in the car with like the major drug guy, who is now the major of the Delaware County Jail. He's so nasty to me. First off, his dog is at the gate, like foaming at the mouth. Mind you, he was like the worst drug dog in the history of the world. That's another video. So he's like foaming at the bit trying to get to me through this cage. This dude has bottles of water all on the floor in the front seat of his car. I'm trying to get in. I'm handcuffed. We're parked on a hill across the street from my house. And he hits me in the back of the head. And he's like, stop kicking my fucking water bottles. Bro, help a bitch out. Like, pull me in, do something. I don't have any cans. And I'm stepping on round water bottles. So he's like, where do you buy your meth from? Where do you buy your meth from? And I was like, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. He's like, all right, that's how you're going to play? All right, no problem. You're going straight to jail. And I'm like, okay, bro. I might be high, but I know there's a due process. Like, I'm not going straight to jail. They take me in front of the judge. They all of a sudden, they call the local Sydney police in. And the guy that was in charge over there, he comes over and starts trying to talk to me. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And he's like, we have a warrant. He was like, we have a bench warrant. He was like, you got arrested on a grand larceny charge. And I was like, when? Where? Like, where? Please show me where. So finally, whatever. They have to call in a judge because there's no judge in Masonville. So we go to Sydney. They call in a judge. He gives us all $1,000 bills. And I'm like, bet. No problem. I'll get bailed out. Okay? I'll get bailed out and I'll get everybody out. $1,000? No problem. They lock us in for 48 hours. Can't make any phone calls. Okay. We try and make our initial phone call like when we're in like the main part where you come in. Nobody answers. Nobody answers. The only person that we know the phone number to is my mother-in-law. It's the only person I know. My husband's trying to call his mother. I'm trying to call her. They're like, too bad. So sad. Got to go back to the pod. I'm like, you know what? This is crazy. For 48 hours, I honestly, so we got locked up on that Friday morning, Friday afternoon, because it was like 12:30, I guess, when they came. So I've been told. By the time, and we had court like that Tuesday. I woke up that morning for court. Like I slept, like I nodded the fuck out. Like that was it. I hadn't slept in days. I had probably been on like an 8, 9, 10-day bender. Who knows? I don't know. It was all the same back then. And so I just, you know, whatever, did my thing, slept, ate, woke up, and they were like, yeah, you have court in a couple hours. And I was like, oh, okay. So I have court. Cool. I went to court and I thought I was gonna, they actually added another bail to me so I couldn't get out. So it was just craziness. And then I was told, and then after being there, Veterans Day in 2017 is when they brought me down because I was about to get bailed out. And that's when they brought me down and they hit me with 2 sealed indictments. So yeah, that is my last day. That was my last high. Literally picking meth out of my boot and smoking that entire 8-ball with my husband and going to sleep and waking up to chaos, waking up to being incarcerated, not seeing my daughter again for 15 months. It was just, you know, absolute craziness. So that was my last time. And I kind of feel like everything had to be so super dramatic in order for it to stick for me, because every other time I kind of just skated through everything and it wasn't so horrible. And I think that my higher power made everything so dramatic for me this last time and so harsh because it needed to be. Like that's really what made me get my ass in gear and not die. So thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, please either email me or message me on IG. And remember to be kind to yourself, and you are not in this alone. If you need anything, reach out, and I will see you guys in a couple days. Bye.